Foodborne illnesses are often underestimated, but their effects can be severe and, in some cases, life-threatening. One of the lesser-known but common types of seafood poisoning is scombroid poisoning, a condition that occurs when fish, including tilapia, is not stored at the proper cold temperature. The consequences of consuming improperly stored fish can be immediate and distressing, leading to nausea, headaches, vomiting, diarrhea, and even alarming symptoms such as flushing, burning sensations, and rashes. These reactions are often mistaken for food allergies, causing unnecessary panic or delays in proper treatment. What makes scombroid poisoning particularly concerning is its deceptive nature. Unlike bacterial infections that take hours or days to manifest, scombroid symptoms can appear within minutes to an hour after consuming contaminated fish. This rapid onset can catch individuals off guard, leaving them vulnerable to dehydration and severe discomfort before they even realize what is happening. In some cases, the reaction can be intense enough to require medical intervention, such as intravenous fluids or antihistamines to counteract the histamine-like response triggered by the spoiled fish. The root cause of scombroid poisoning lies in the improper handling of seafood. When fish is not kept at sufficiently low temperatures, naturally occurring bacteria break down histidine, an amino acid found in fish, into histamine. The presence of high levels of histamine in the fish leads to the toxic reaction once consumed. Unlike other foodborne illnesses caused by bacteria or viruses, scombroid poisoning does not result from an infection but rather from a chemical reaction in the body, meaning that cooking the fish does not eliminate the risk. This makes prevention entirely dependent on proper storage and handling from the moment the fish is caught to the time it is served. Despite being one of the most common seafood-related foodborne illnesses, scombroid poisoning is vastly underreported. Many cases go unrecognized, misdiagnosed, or dismissed as an allergic reaction or stomach virus. This underreporting means that contaminated seafood could continue to be sold and served, putting more people at risk. Public health authorities rely on physicians and affected individuals to report cases so that the source of contamination can be traced and addressed before it leads to further illness. However, many individuals never seek medical attention or fail to report their symptoms, allowing the problem to persist unnoticed. The consequences of scombroid poisoning are not limited to short-term discomfort. For some, the reaction can be severe enough to cause complications, particularly in individuals with underlying health conditions. Those with weakened immune systems, cardiovascular disease, or respiratory issues may experience more intense symptoms or prolonged illness. Additionally, repeated exposure to high levels of histamine from contaminated fish can potentially lead to heightened sensitivity over time, making future reactions even more severe. The lack of widespread awareness about scombroid poisoning means that many consumers do not take the necessary precautions when purchasing, storing, or consuming fish. People often assume that as long as seafood is cooked properly, it is safe to eat. This misconception leaves them vulnerable to poisoning, as the presence of histamine is undetectable by smell, taste, or appearance. Unlike spoiled meat, which often emits a foul odor, fish contaminated with histamine may seem completely normal, making it difficult for even experienced chefs or fishmongers to identify. To reduce the risk, consumers must take responsibility for ensuring that their seafood is handled correctly. This includes purchasing fish from reputable sources, checking for proper refrigeration, and storing seafood at the correct temperature at home. Restaurants and food suppliers also have a crucial role to play in preventing scombroid poisoning by maintaining strict cold storage standards and training staff on the risks of improper handling. Without these precautions, more people will continue to suffer from preventable cases of poisoning, often without knowing the true cause of their illness. The reality is that foodborne illnesses like scombroid poisoning are entirely preventable, yet they continue to affect countless individuals due to lack of awareness and poor food handling practices. The discomfort, health risks, and potential for severe reactions make it clear that this is not an issue to be taken lightly. As long as contaminated seafood continues to reach consumers, the threat remains present. The responsibility falls on individuals, businesses, and health authorities alike to recognize the dangers, enforce stricter food safety measures, and educate the public on how to protect themselves from this avoidable but dangerous condition.